Hi, welcome to the OTT Showcase. I'm in conversation with a feisty, irrepressible, and can't put her down, Maheep Kapoor. Thank you for being part of this show.
Yay! Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, it's wonderful knowing you, and I've realized you have become crazier over the years, but lovely as always, and you're looking like a zillion bucks. So thank you so much.
Thanks.
What would you tell a 22-year-old Maheep who just got married?
I just said, calm down, Maheep. Life will fall into place. And one day you will be a star and you'll be doing an interview with Jitesh. And life will come one big circle and all these worries were of no use.
Do you feel like you were too young to get married? See, you were this, you wanted to, I remember you were trying to make it, you did a film with Puru Rajkumar and you were,
Shivam.
You did Shivam with him, and then you were touted to be this Bollywood actress, and suddenly you hitched up with Sanjay Kapoor and got married and finito.
Yeah, it was game over.
So how do you look back at all of that today?
Well, I started the film, I shot half of it. Jitesh would love to see that footage. I was fab. But anyway, I shot half of it and then the producer ran out of money. So I said, this is just such a mind. I can't do this. I salute all the actresses who get up at 5 in the morning, lashes, it's torture. But I don't know. And this man then just said, let's get married. I said, yes, fuck it.
So what was it about him that made you marry him? Like, marriage is a serious decision. Or you just...
Are you forgetting that Sanjay Kapoor in the 80s, 90s was this hot thing, okay? He was touted as the next big thing. He was a gorgeous man. He still is, okay? Sanjay, calm down. And we got along very well. We were friends. He was sweet. And I thought, now, why the hell not? Why am I slugging myself, my in the studios and all? Let me just get married.
Did you think you were a good actor?
Yes. What's so funny? What is so funny?
What is funny is, if you thought you were a good actor, you didn't act upon it. Like, you were so bored even before your first debut.
No, I just went with the flow. I'm a woman of leisure also. I just wanted to be a Kapoor Bahu and just live the life. That's what was in my head.
Did you live the life?
I did for some time.
Tell me, were you happy being a Bollywood wife? Like, did it get to you, or were you just playing the role?
I was. You know what the problem is, okay? People think, let's say, Bhavna, me, Seema, we're successful now. We've made it now. It's just that we're in the limelight now. We were in the shadows before, but I was very freaking successful. I had a jewelry business. I was making my own money. I had my own bank account. I was doing my thing. But nobody noticed me. Nobody cared. That's the honest God truth. Suddenly people feel that, oh, I'm a revelation. You always knew me.
I knew you. I absolutely,
person that I am.
I absolutely unconditionally love you. So tell me, like, when you look back, what are the good things and bad things about marriage?
I won't say bad things, but Jitesh, contrary to what the younglings think now, everything is a compromise. We have friction and issues with our own parents, with our staff, with everybody. It's how you deal with it. You know, at the end of it, the beauty of marriage is the companionship and the support system. You know, when life brings you down, I realized during the pandemic how much I was dependent on Sanjay, on many things, because I was suddenly very lost and very vulnerable. Then, of course, I got my diabetes, I felt sick, I was in hospital, blah, blah, blah. He was a very, very big support system. And you realize at that point how important it is. And I'm very grateful. I'm not going to say this again, Sanjay, but I am very grateful for him.
So what are the things that make you love Sanjay for who he is, and what are the days when you want to absolutely slap him?
Those are most days.
No, but he's very solid.
He's a solid man. You know what I mean? If I have to redo things again, I'd marry him again. Yeah? Yeah. Because there's so many out there, I've realized that, I think I've got the best one.
But tell me, what is it about men with that you can't do with them, you can't do without them?
We can do without them. I just like the institution of a marriage. I'm actually a traditionalist at heart. I like these things. I like Karwa Chauth. Does this make me regressive? No. What is the idea of these things? It brings families together. It's a festive for all of your friends to come together. That's what it's all about. It just reminds you. Now I'm just rambling about Karwa Chauth, but I'm just trying to say that I'm a traditionalist. I like being married. I like coming home and having Sanjay there to sit on his head and nag him or complain and tell him and get irritated. I like it.
What do you like about yourself, what you don't like about yourself?
Shut up. There's nothing I don't like about myself. I love myself.
You sounded like Kareena Kapoor now.
But it's true. I just adore myself. It's true. I have no problem.
What do you say when you look at yourself in the mirror?
Okay, you know what? I'll tell you. I do have this personality flaw where I take things too far. I don't let go of things.
Do you hold on to resentment?
I can be unforgiving. I think life gives you so many slaps as you grow up. I don't have time for it. I just don't have time to be let down mentally, and for people to consume me and upset me, I just don't have the time.
So the world discovered you with Bollywood Wives. I mean, you were this crazy chick always and feisty and all of that. But of course, Bollywood Wives brought you on the OTT circuit and everybody loved you and all of that. How did that happen? Was it just Karan's brainwave one fine day to get all of you together and make this crazy show?
Yes. That's what makes life so magical, because you just don't know what's going to happen. As soon as you guys think that you're complacent and this is going to be my life for the rest of my life, there's a turn, there's a swing ball that comes your way, and it's a curve ball, right? Not a swing ball. Whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. But it just comes my way. We were going on a plane, a private plane for a funeral. And on that flight, Karan says, I'm doing this show. I thought he was joking. Then Gauri called me up and said, he's not joking. He is doing this. And then I got very scared. I said, Sanjay said to me, see, Maheep, if the show does well, people will love you. But if it doesn't do well, and the trolls come and people bitch and they look at you like you're an asshole, don't come crying to me. That's all I want to say. So I said, I don't want to do this. I'm very comfortable in my little cocoon and whatever. Then I spoke to Karan and Karan said, you better do it. And I said, okay. Once the camera started rolling, my thing was, I've jumped into the deep end. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be as honest. And I will deal with the consequences afterwards. I'm on a very thin, fine line. People can hate me and people may not get me, Jitesh, because I'm extra. And I'm not apologetic about it. So I just said, let me just be myself. And guess what? I think the majority loved me.
Everyone loves you.
No, there are a few people who don't get me. And
so how do you deal with trolls on a good day and on a bad day?
I used to get very upset with them. Like, I used to take it very personally that, oh my God. Like, I just asked you, was this a joke? This, whatever. But I used to take it very personally. Now, I feel that, Jitesh, as I grow older, I'm in good company. They're trolling the greatest of the greats. At least they're not ignoring me. The minute you're irrelevant, they don't even want to hate you.
It's a constant battle. I have to look a certain way. I have to dress a certain way. Is that a lot? Do the expectations get to you?
Well, I want to tell you, for aging women, middle-aged women, I'm 51. Yes, this constant, over 3 seasons, I've read few comments. Oh my God, her face has changed. She's looking old. I am going to freaking age. I'm aging on camera over 3 seasons. It's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking. It's very upsetting. So that's why I get that insecurity. It seeps into people who are out there in front of the camera. I get it. But again, you have to look at your life as half full, your glass as half full. I'm sitting here, done Bollywood Wives season 3. You guys are talking about me. I think I'm still looking fab for 51.
Yeah, no part to you. You look fab. What would your advice be to women who start late? Like, you're a shining example of, that a woman does not, thank God, have a shelf life.
See, all I want to tell all women out there, until we're not in the grave, life is not over. Just grab every opportunity. Karan pushed me into this, and I'm so grateful that he did. But just take it. You just don't know. I was offered it the show when I was 48. I'm 51 today. It's been a different ballgame. It's been a totally different ballgame. I step out, and suddenly it's not me taking the picture with the fan with Sanjay Shanaya. They're saying, Maheep, I'm such a big fan of yours. And I'm like, yay, take my picture. So that was a different feeling. It's lovely. You know what? It's like tasting blood. You know, when you said that, how are you scared of not being relevant? What happens is that you taste blood because that love you get from people. It's a big heart. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be the golden girls and like crutch.
How do you all navigate the ups and downs in your relationships? Is it like it's shown on in the series, or is there much more to it? Like, who makes up the first when you have a fight, or you have who takes the first initiative? Tell me a typical cat fight situation, and how do you make up?
Well, I'll be the first to admit I'm the last to make up. I have a problem. That's a personality flaw, and I addressed it. That's my negative. So I'll be the last. I think, look, Jitesh, we have been friends 30 years, more than 30 years. It's not possible. What we just know is that we will fight and we will hate each other, but we will be meeting.
But what are your fights typically over? Is it over the children? Is it over the spouses? Is it over he said, she said, he said, she? I heard this about you. Why didn't you tell me about it?
Yeah, something like that. Why the F didn't you tell me? Is more. Never between the children. We've never got involved. The kids are very tight. And that's lovely to see also.
Ananya,
Shanaya, Suhana, Aryan, Nirvan, they're all friends. So that's amazing because, there was a time one of us over the years one of us was pregnant. So either it was Gauri, then it was Ananya, then Bhavna, then me.
And Seema.
So we were just popping babies like crazy. It was a span of 6 years. Who's happy now? Out popped a baby. Then we used to meet a lot because of the kids. It used to be in the garden, whatever. Yeah. So they bonded since then.
Also, you got married to this big Kapoor family. Did you get along well with your sisters-in-law? What I also see is, unfortunately, after Sridevi's demise, I saw the kids and the families, bond, and especially say Shanaya and Janvi and Khushi, and you've been this wonderful Masi. Or how did that equation sort of work?
Well, I got married when I was 25, sent to boarding school when I was 10. So I've been independent all my life. So suddenly I got married into this film family, and a very close, tight film family. I had to adjust, but I feel like I'm a chameleon. I can move because of my being on my own, and traveling around so much. that I got into the family, and honestly, I just fit in. But we are very close. We're very tight. And especially the kids. I'm very fond of Janvi and Khushi. Anshla, Arjun. See, they're much older, Arjun and Anshla. They don't call me Chachi. They call me Maheep. They've always, I think because when me and Sanjay were dating, it was just a thing. And they're not so young. Janvi and Khushi do. They call me Chachi, and I'm a little like protective.
There was a time when Sanjay's career didn't do well, and it was, I mean, he was touted to be this next big thing, and it all came crashing down. And how did you deal with, a husband whose career was it tough then, emotionally, mentally? How did you deal with that phase? Because there was Anil Kapoor, who was super successful, and there was Boni, who was a fairly successful producer, and then there was Sanjay, who had a big lull in his career for whatever reasons, Bollywood being so, showbiz being so fickle, and
Being so fickle, whatever, yeah.
So how did you navigate that space?
I think I have to give credit to Sanjay for that, because he never let us feel that, listen, oh my God, work is not happening. It was a lull in this phase of his life. And I think he also made sure that the kids always knew that he was always going to keep trying, keep pushing, because until you don't keep pushing, you become redundant. Today he's working. He's doing his character roles. He's busy. He's just flown in from God knows where. And just now, I just met him before I came out. And, so we all find our balance. And the thing is about this industry, it's always circles. And that's the way it is. You asking me such deep questions. I don't know how to answer.
But no, it's good that you had the ability to sort of bounce, because it is, I mean, your friends, she's the wife of Shah Rukh Khan, for crying out loud. So your reference points are so massive that, it, in comparison, it's always, I mean, and we all live with it. We all have far more successful friends and all of that. It's just that when you're in your personal space, all this, it triggers you. You tend to hit your issues. So I'm like,
can you imagine? This is something that I've never felt with Gauri, with Bhavna, with Seema. I've never felt, they've never been this hierarchy system. Our friendship would have never lasted. When we are in the garden or meeting, we are just ripping into each other or discussing something. There's never been that, oh, she's Mrs. Shah Rukh Khan. It's not that. And I think that's happened.
Who are you closest to? Besides these four stalwarts, who are you closest to?
Very close to Gauri.
Yeah, of course. And besides Gauri, who are the people? Like, who's your 4M friend among all these?
Okay. Well, Seema I would never call it 4am because she's so unreliable, and I don't even know if she'd pick up the phone. So Seema, no. Bhavna is that, calm, mature. She gives that vibe. She's always been that old soul amongst all of us.
Okay.
Of late, I mean, when in her youth, she was a little crazy also. But yeah, she's, so yeah, maybe Bhavna, Gauri will get things done. Like, she just, can I say this story? No, I don't want to say it. Wait, maybe no, I should. But I know that I can call up Gauri and she will sort things out in a second. Like, are you crazy? And put down the phone and it's done. Okay. Perks of having Mrs. Shah Rukh Khan as your friend.
See, now your daughter is on the cusp of a career. Ananya is doing so well. What is the kind of, like, see, Shanaya unfortunately had a series of mishaps in terms of her. Did that as a mother bother you, and what is the kind of advice you gave her?
See, Shanaya is very young. She has also, honestly, can I praise my children without people saying, toot pador on me.
Why are you second guessing yourself? Please see.
I feel that she's a very mature, very centered girl. She has seen what her father's gone through. She's grown up in this environment. She's grown up in the film industry. The family, if we meet together, Anil, Boni, Arjun, what do you think we talk about? We're sitting over mutton pulao and mirchi mutton. What do you think the conversation is? It's the movies. It is what's starting, what's happening, what did you think of this? This one signed. It's a business. That's the way it is. So Shanaya and John, both of them, they've grown up seeing all this, hearing all this. This has been their foundation. So Shanaya, luckily, because her foundation was so strong, she has not let this get to her. And she signed 3-4 films and she's busy and she's taken off and her focus is this. And
She's a hardworking child.
yes, she's very hardworking. I think she's seen her parents always hustling throughout.
You are not a hustler. You
Be
are just a drinker.
quiet. You only met me at parties, okay? When I am 3 tequilas down, that was my chilled out days. But I've always listened. I've always been working
With your jewelry.
with my jewelry, with Shivam. May have got shelved, but I worked, na?
Yeah, for those 8 months, you worked damn hard.
I was in a mini skirt in the snow,
Yeah.
freezing.
And looking like a bomb.
You don't know me in my youth. I wish I could show more footage of me.
You were a bomb.
I was. I have to admit.
What about, you talked about aging. Was there ever pressure for you to do Botox, fillers? What is the kind of...
But Jitesh, what makes you think I've not done it?
No, obviously you've done it, but was there, did you fear the repercussions? Oh, will it make me look scary?
Of course. Yeah. Of course.
So when was that informed decision made to, okay, do stuff to yourself?
Once I did Bollywood Wives, see, there's a magic and innocence when you do the first season. Because we were so raw, I didn't even know what my backside looked like. Who sees your backside? But I was like, oh God, my hair, my back, and I need to work out a little more. You see every angle of yourself. And suddenly you become aware. And that magic suddenly, there's little more pressure. So of course, by season 2, I did fillers and I looked like a clown. I did. It didn't suit me at all. I had to wait for them to dissolve, settle in and whatever. Now they're out of my face. I will never, ever, ever do fillers again. See, I've got a round face. They suit certain faces. It's just a little bit of advice for women who are thinking of it, and always go to a good doctor. Botox is just amazing. It just freshens up your face.
So what's the difference between Botox and fillers then?
Fillers is like taking a pump, in a tire, flat tire, and then you're pumping, but then you can over pump and you can look like a balloon instead of a chaka-chak. Do that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And Botox is more freezing, like istri, taking out the wrinkles. That's what Botox is. I love Botox.
Does it also make you, self-congratulatory? Do you feel, oh wow, I've arrived and the sun shines from my backside? Are there other days when you feel like, oh, this is it, I'm this, did you become narcissistic about your looks, about the way you,
No, I'm not a narcissist, but I'm very aware. Because we're living in a world of social media and people are very cruel. And, you do get these comments.
What's the worst and the nicest thing that has been said to you?
Well, the worst is Buddhi tries to look young, act young, that kind of, that kind of vibe. And I'm like, can I see your picture? Can we do a comparison and then talk? You're hiding behind Instagram. Fake picture, fake this. Come talk to me. But it's all nastiness. But I don't know. I own my age.
And the nicest thing that has been said to you?
I think the nicest thing is that, they inspire, I'm the spirit animal. I love that. I think that I met a woman who just was recovering from cancer at a coffee shop in London. And she said, you made me laugh and, you're ballsy and I love that. And I thought that was a great compliment. I was very, very, very touched. I wanted to start weeping there. But you don't realize, in small, small ways, how you can touch people's lives.
Does Shanaya ask you to calm down? Or I have a lot of star kids who tell me, we always tell our mothers to go off. I have a lot of star kid friends who said, we tell our mothers to go off social media before the release of our films. And they tell me all of that. Is there any advice that your children give you?
I think they've given up on me. To tell you honestly. They're like, we can't control mom.
But do you scandalize them?
I think I do a bit. Sorry, kids. But I do. Maybe.
Like, give me an example. The last time.
I don't know. But I mean, see, me doing Bollywood Wives, I had to ask my kids, okay, listen, mama is going to do this. Are you going to be okay? Until they didn't give the green signal, I would have never done it. That's for sure.
So there was a lot of social media chatter about all your swear words flying across. How did Sanjay and your families react to all of that?
Sanjay was like, did you have to swear so much? But I was like, what am I supposed to do on the show? He was a little irritated, but then he realized that everywhere I went, people were like, please, can you call me a twat? Please, can you say and you? And I'm like, see, they love me swearing at them and abusing them. So he was like, okay. He dealt with it then.
What does your mother-in-law have to say to you?
I don't think my mother-in-law knows what twat is, and I think she... So I don't think she cares.
Are you you play the dutiful daughter-in-law at home?
Of course I do. Yes, I do. I told you I'm a chameleon. I can be in any situation, anytime. So yes, my mother-in-law loves me.
Tell me a little about your childhood, your teen years. Were you obsessed with Bollywood? And how did all of this happen?
Do you know how I saw Sanjay's picture first? Oh, no, I think it's a great story. I don't know if you get bored. But see, I was born in London. Everyone keeps asking me my accent. Let me make it very clear once and for all.
You grew up in London, right?
See, I was in London. I went to Africa. My sister was born, Nigeria. Then we went to Abu Dhabi. Brother was born. Then my parents sent me to Switzerland, boarding school. Okay. Then they sent me to England. Then from England, they brought me to Australia. So my accent and my world outlook and everything is very different. And I never had exposure to cinema or Hindi films. I used to come to Delhi every December to meet my grandparents. So there was a marketplace. So I had to give, I think, 5 rupees for an Archie comic and those Ram Laddus. Standard. And of course, I was exposed to Star and Style, Stardust and all. So I used to flip around. But it didn't strike me. When I was in Australia, there was a magazine, India Today. And at the back, there were 3 new hot upcoming heroes. One was Bobby Deol, one was Akshay Khanna, and one was Sanjay. And I remember looking at Sanjay and thinking, oh, he's cute. And then cut to Destiny. And I was in my dad's study when I was seeing this boy. And it was a picture of him in tabu, frilly outfit. I still remember. And I liked him the best. I said, he's really cute. Came to India. And I said, I'm going to be in India. Dad, Mom, I can't deal with this. And my parents said, you're not going to survive. I said, I will. And I happened to be in Delhi. Within a month, 2 months, I gate-crashed Sanjay's party.
Oh, so you engineered it. You manipulated your way.
I didn't know he was going to be there. I did an ad with Dalit Tahil. I started modeling. So I did an ad with Dalit Tahil. That area, that hotel had Gugu. There was a nightclub called Gugu. Okay. So we were all meeting there to go to Gugu. Our friends were late. Dalip Tahil was in that hotel. He says, come have a drink. So me and my friend Michelle went and had a drink. Okay, 1 drink, 2 drinks. Our friends were taking time, Delhi traffic, whatever. So he says, see, I'm going to this party next door. You're more than welcome. Come for a drink there and then go to Ghungrus. He said, okay. So I walked in drunk and met the whole family because it was Ruki Rani Choro Ka Raja premiere. So I'm sloshing around and met my mother-in-law, father-in-law, uncle Shri, Boni. And then in walked Sanjay. So I was like, hey, woo. And then he came up and we were talking, and we were chatting, and whatever. So I said, I'm going downstairs. And so he says, yeah, even I'm coming. Because Guglu was the whatever.
So he was smitten. That night he was smitten.
Of course, he was smitten and he was sold by me.
That one Ghungru night.
I'm just kidding. There was a vibe. Of course, there was a vibe. He called me the next day. And anyway, I was planning to come to Bombay. And then I came to Bombay.
And how long did you date before you got married?
5 years.
You dated for 5 years?
Yes.
Oh, so it was not this runaway marriage?
Not at all.
Okay. So you were like fully in your senses when you got married?
Yes, I was 25, had Shania 26. It was 5 years. That's why I did Shivam. Because this man was not marrying me. So I said, no.
And you got a movie offer also?
I got a movie offer. So I said, I'm taking it on. I have to make a living. And like I said, in my 20s, I was gorgeous. So I got this movie offer and I said, yes, I'm taking it.
If you had to redo something about your life, what would it be?
I would have liked to have done Bollywood Wives a little younger.
What?
I would have looked better, for starters. That's a fact. And I think I would have been even more fearless, if that's possible.
So crazy. Tell me, talking about Bollywood Wives, this entire Delhi versus Bombay girls cat fight, and so who'd you love, who'd you hate?
I honestly there are 3 new girls coming into this.
Yeah, Ridhima you've known since she was a not child.
Yeah, but I never knew Ridhima on a personal. I used to meet her in Chembur, meet her here, there, and everything. I never knew her that well. And Kalyani also, upar se. Shalini also. It was very, we meet at parties. It's never deep.
So you are not friends of Bollywood. Let me put it that way. You are not friends of Bollywood Wives.
Oh, I'm Ridhima's friend. I am Shalini. I am closer to her husband, Sanjay Kapoor. He's a lovely guy. And I'm fond of Shalini. It's just come across. Do I look like a bitch to you? Do I?
Not at all.
Do I bully you?
No.
So sweet and kind.
Yeah, very sweet.
And so gentle and compassionate. And so compassionate. Yeah, so I haven't bullied her. Are you crazy?
What were the kind of conversations you had with your sister-in-law, Sridevi?
She was just magical. I remember every time, Karwa Chauth also, everybody used to be sitting there waiting for her to come to see how she was dressed and what she was wearing. She used to walk in like a queen, a goddess, and she used to look like there was an aura about her. But I want to tell you, she was so motherly. Shanaya's ears were first pierced by Shri because I was a little paranoid and she took her pierced ears. Shanaya wanted a phone. I said, no, Shanaya, you're too young and everything. That phone, she got her. She says, if Janvi and Khushi have that phone, Shanaya is going to have that phone. And she got her that phone. She used to, when me and Sanjay used to travel, we used to leave the kids with Shri. And she's definitely a woman who can handle girls better. My son, she used to go mad. She used to screech all the time. Used to be jumping on sofas, jumping on her head. And you can imagine, Shri, she likes calm, little. And my son used to go mad. But they also had a great bond, my son and her. So there's so much about her behind the glamour and the movies, and I could go on and on and on about it. But she was very protective of the kids.
How do your parents react to this movie star daughter now?
Yeah, I mean, my mom will keeps on even now, from where to where, maybe from where to where. This is a standard line. I'm like, Mama, now get over it. It's been too many years. But I mean, really, we're a middle class family who used to travel around because of my dad's job, and suddenly it's a different life. It's a really different life from me.
Do you get mobbed when you go out and all that? As in, do they come to take selfies?
Of course, I took my parents out for dinner in Delhi, and there were so many people coming out. I loved it because I wanted to show them. It was a big high for me to show my parents. See, your daughter's a star. They want to take a picture. Yeah, so I loved it.
What do we expect out of Bollywood Wives season 4?
Are we doing it? I don't know. Let it get sanctioned.
You tell me.
But obviously, you're going to get more of me. Who doesn't want that?
Can't wait.
Who doesn't want it? I can see it in your face. You get me live anytime you want, Jitesh. Why do you need to wait? Huh?
And finally, marriage is tough. Okay, how do you ride the highs and the lows? What is the kind of advice you'd give people in a marriage? Because we have spoken, we have common friends who are dealing with either been divorced or separated or remarried. What is your advice?
I think people are too fickle. They move on too fast. There's no sense of loyalty. And I don't know. I'm a creature of comfort. That's why my friends have lasted so many years. We've had rip-roaring fights, but I'm comfortable with them. I'm a creature of habit. I'm a creature of routine. And I think that marriage, there is going to be conflict. There is going to be massive hiccups in your marriage. It's going to happen. But do you throw it away? Do you dump it? Do you move on? We fix it. At least that's what I believe. You fix things. You don't dump relationships. It takes years to form a bond and to form love and respect. And then to go and start again with another fool, like crazy. Never. So I just feel that I think guys today are a little more impatient. They need to calm down.
Like, what's the advice you'd give Shanaya about her love affairs or about relationships?
I've always told her, one thing for sure, always have your own bank account. So you will always have that stability and that security to know, okay, I'm not in this because I'm stuck. I can walk out. But always have a middle ground. Always make an effort. Everything, it takes two hands to clap. Jitesh, come on.
Do you approve of your daughter's boyfriends?
I've not met many of them, to tell you honestly.
So that means is she afraid that you will disapprove?
No, nothing like that. If there's someone that is serious and she'll bring him home. At the moment, I think her focus, Jitesh, is first love affair is the movies. So I think her focus, and she's got tunnel vision. And come on, but do I look like I can scare anybody?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Very much.
I am such
You will
a
judge the hell out of them.
Be quiet. I will only tell the truth.
Which is your judgmental self.
I'm very cool like this.
Okay, and last, hypothetically, if you bumped into one of your husband's exes,
I've bumped into them many times.
so are you civil? Are you bitchy? Are you compassionate?
Compassionate? Kind of. Should I be compassionate? Are you crazy? I'm not bitchy.
You freeze them over?
No.
Polite, hello, hi.
It's polite.
I've seen you in one such situation.
So then, what was I doing?
Fairly good.
So then, It was like, hello, how are you? I'm not taking them home in my godi now. What should I do again? I'd say, hello, how are you? Bas, that's all I want to know. Bye. Toodles.
Okay.
And finally, what next for Maheep Kapoor?
I don't know what's in store for me, but that's what makes life so exciting and so amazing. But I'm hoping season 4, hoping more interviews with you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you for being so unfiltered and lovely. Thank you so much.
You guys, that was fun.